For them there is a mattress from hell, and a quilt and wrappings of fire to cover them. Thus do we punish the wrongdoers.
Muhammad bin Keb, Dahak, Sudi, and others have said that the word mihad in this verse means mattress, and the word gawash means cover. The 41st verse of Surah Al-Araf mentions the derivatives of gawash and mihad, which cover the people of hell like a quilt and keep them on it like a bed. Regarding the verse,
We have made hell an encompassing fortress or dungeon for the disbelievers.
Hassan said, "It is a bed and a cover." Dahak said, "It is the place in which they are imprisoned. That is, the fortresses of hell, which are beds and covers, will surround the people of hell like a prison or dungeon. The beds and covers of the inhabitants of hell are the fortresses of this prison." Miskin reported that El-Hashab narrated from Hassan through Abd el-Wahid ibn Zaid, "In this fire, the worst of dwellings, they will be clothed in shoes of fire. Their clothes are of tar, their food is of fire, their drink is of fire. Their mattresses are of fire, their quilts are of fire, and their dwellings are of fire. The fire will gradually consume their bodies."
We have made hell an impenetrable fortress or prison for the disbelievers.
It is narrated from Abdullah bin Amr regarding the verse, "In hell there's a fortress called Bulis. The fire rises above them, and they are made to drink the yellow water of the filth that comes out of the bodies of the inhabitants of hell." In a hadith narrated by Imam Ahmad and Ibn Abu Dunya, Abdullah ibn Umar said, "There is a prison in hell where only the worst will be. Its floor is of fire, its ceiling is of fire, and its walls are of fire. Fire rises from it. In a hadith narrated by Imam Ahmad, Nasaj and Tirmidhi, Amr bin Shuaib is reported to have said that the Prophet said, "They will be taken to a dungeon in hell called Bulis. The flames of fire will rise above them. They will be made to drink the yellow sewage that comes out of their bodies." It is clear from these hadiths and from the statement in the 8th verse of Surah Al-Isra,
We have made hell a fortress, prison, or dungeon for the unbelievers, enclosing them firmly,
that hell has derivatives called Bulis. Which are prisons or dungeons in which the flames rise up.
Flames of fire and molten copper will be sent against you, and you will not be able to defend one another.
Ali ibn Abu Talha narrated that Ibn Abbas said that the word Shuazumin Nar in this verse means the flames of hell, and the word Nuhas means the smoke of hell. Abu Salih said, "It is the flame outside the smoke above the fire." Mujahid said, "Shuaz is the green flame that is fragmented in hell." Regarding the 35th verse of Surah Al-Rahman, Mujahid said, "Shuwaz is the intermittent flame." What is the green flame in hell, which is intermittent or fragmentary, and the flame of Shuwaz, which is out of the smoke above the fire? What are the prison fortresses in hell called Bulis, where the fire rises? What are the bedding and covers that will cover the inhabitants of hell? On July 14, 2000, the TRACE satellite captured images of post-flare derivatives of the Sun after the flare, emitting post-flare loops. Boiling solar plasma was suspended behind magnetic loops. After the loops are formed, clots of plasma can be seen moving up and down the loops at close to the speed of sound. After this derivative is formed, it becomes twisted or covered. Its dimensions are approximately 230,000 kilometers. The bright areas on it are the hotter areas. Flames are gathering on this and many other similar derivatives that have a twisted and veiled structure. The loops that make up these derivatives also give their intermittent or fragmentary structure to those veils. The bed and the quilt, which are the coverings of hell, are also the coverings of the Sun. They are fortresses called Bulis, and these fortresses are the dungeons and prisons where the inhabitants of hell will be captured and held. Above the Bulis fortresses, fires rise. The plasma rises with the nooses and rises above the castles of the flame. This is the flame that is outside the smoke above the fire above the Bulis fortresses, the Shuwaz. These derivatives will be the bed and covers of the people of hell, and the fortresses of the prison and dungeon into which they will be thrown. Alas, these will be the beds and cover prisons of hell,